Hello friends. Now I explain the most important concept, data center. Data center is the backbone of the entire digital world. That's why you must have perfect understanding over this concept. And at the part of this explanation, I explain a few more technical terms which are very core. So this is not the right place to explain all this concept technically because it takes a lot of time. That's why semi-technically I am going to explain. Maximum I take around 10 minutes time. So you understand every concept because I am giving real life examples. That's why you can easily understand and ultimately you will be in a position to explain to others every time repeating the same instruction. Okay. First one, first example. You want to have some food. So the first alternative for you is cook at home. This is the first alternative. For this purpose, what to do is prepare all the relevant ingredients and cook it. Ultimately, you consume it. This is the first way. Technically, I talk about. You want to develop a program on your computer. And what are the inputs required for that? You first find out. Thereafter, you make the necessary process. Thereafter, output is generated. Here also you see for cooking at home, what are there? Ingredient inputs, process, and output. In the same way, if you develop a program on your computer, there also input, process, output is required. This process is called personal computing. Personal computing. Actually, technically, if you want to remember words and all that, you may know that, but you cannot explain it properly. That's why always take an example and explain. So, the very important term, personal computing. Okay. The second one. Actually, you don't want to cook. You do not know the process. Then, what to do? Online order. Online order. You want to place an order to a hotel, and then the hotel people maintain a computer that is called server. You place an order to a hotel, and the item is available and all that. Then to your address they serve it. So here you give an order, in turn they accept the order and they deliver the order, then you can consume. Here this type of thing, this is the second model. Technically it is called client server computing. You are the client, your mobile is a client, and their hotel's computer is a server. They have a computer that is called server. So client server computing is the next model. So thereafter, cloud computing. Actually, you know that you place order using Swiggy and Zomato apps and all that. That is cloud computing. Cloud computing. And one simple thing you have to understand. Based on client server computing, cloud computing was developed. This is the second term. Third term is cloud computing. This is the most relevant for the concept of data center. Actually, based on this principle, cloud computing is developed. This is small scale. You are just simply putting an order to a hotel. They have a simple one server. Here, as far as cloud computing is concerned, multiple servers are there. They may be anywhere in the world. Okay, that point you have to understand. What you have to understand, the basic principle is client server computing, but it is a massive and fully automatic. It may be throughout the country or throughout the world. That point you have to understand. Here, what is the special requirement? Here, one server is there, or two servers might be there. Here, hundreds and thousands of servers are there. They are not located in one place. They are scattered throughout the world, throughout the country, or throughout the region, or throughout the world. For that purpose, what is required? Data centers are required. The data centers maintain multiple servers and all that. They accept millions of requests and process them. Here, one or two requests are there, or few requests are there. As far as data centers are concerned, multiple servers are there. They process millions of requests and they respond correspondingly. Then this you have to understand. Data center is a big building having multiple computers and they process millions of requests and response. Now understand this process at a glance. Just to see this flow chart, by that you can have a basic understanding. Here client is there. Who is client? Client is your mobile phone. And from the client, from the mobile phone, you send an order. You send an order, it goes to the server at a remote place, and there inside process will be done, whether the particular item is available and all that. Thereafter, the response is served to you, to the client. This is called client server computing. Actually, cloud computing based on the principle of client server computing, but it is massive. It is massive, and hundreds of servers are there. They are scattered in remote places. They cover a region or a country or global. That point you have to understand. And it is fully automated. In this context, I must clear the basic doubt of many people. Actually, you use your phone for the social media or mobile banking or placing an online order, etc. and all that. Then the basic doubt is where this data is stored, either in your mobile phone or internet. Here, one very important point I have to tell you. Your mobile phone is a terminal. Here two words are there, interface and terminal. Interface means your TV remote. Your TV remote is a just interface for giving instructions and all that. Terminal means it takes input and gives the result also. Actually, on your mobile phone, you give instructions, you place orders, you give instructions, in turn, you get the response or result. So that is terminal. Terminal is different, interface is different. Okay. Actually, your mobile phone, it can store only basic data related to manage the phone. It cannot store bigger data and all that. So your mobile phone is not the place for storing data. Thereafter, internet. Internet is cannot store data because it is a pipeline. It transmits data. It is like your water pipeline. It is data pipeline. That's why it also cannot store data. Where data is stored? Data is stored in data centers. Every data center is having multiple servers. Servers are nothing but powerful computers, and they store data, they process data, and they deliver information. This basic point you have to understand. Contextually, I want to share a knowledge secret with you. So far, I have introduced certain technical terms, namely computing, personal computing, client server computing, cloud computing, interface, terminal, data center, server, etc. and all that. As far as computing is concerned, actually using computer technology to perform tasks on a computer. Using computer technology, performing tasks on a computer. In this context, what I would like to tell you, whatever new term first time you learn, until unless you learn, explore the complete information about that, don't register in your brain. There are not unlimited terms, there are limited terms only. Whenever first time you learn one term, you explore it fully. On ChatGPT, like platforms are there, you learn it completely. By learning every term, you get a piece of knowledge. By that, you can enrich your knowledge. Every day, you can earn a piece of knowledge or a set of knowledge, and it helps you to evolve as a true professional. That point you have to understand. Now, I explained about the data center. You understand a data center is a warehouse of information, and it is a big building. It consists of thousands of computers. Main powerful computers, those are known as servers. These powerful computers, special type of computers, those are known as servers. They perform mainly three activities. One is storing, Second one is the processing. Third one is delivering, storing, processing, and delivering. That point you have to understand. And one more point, for performing all these operations, it consumes huge amount of electricity, and part of that only it can use, and big volume of electricity is being converted into heat. That's why all these data centers require a lot of cooling facilities. That point also you have to understand. Here, one thing I am telling you, you logically understand. Just simply reading a textbook and all that, you don't get. Logically, contextually, and cause and effect basis. If you learn things, you can own it, and it helps you a lot to communicate to others with clarity and confidence. Mainly, every data center contains three types of components. The first one is server, second one is storage system, third one networking equipment. Servers already told you, they process the request and deliver the responses. Second one, systems, that is storage system, because huge data is there. The data should be properly stored using databases, and all database management systems are there by that. Thereafter, networking equipment. These should be whatever data is there, even requests and responses should be transmitted. For that purpose, networking equipment is there. By that, you understand every data center consists of three types of component. One is server, second one is storage system, third one is networking equipment. So far, I have explained certain technical concepts and all that. Now, if you see this image, you can crystallize the knowledge and can register in your brain. Finally, I introduce three popular cloud platforms. They are AWS, Amazon Web Services. Second one is Microsoft Azure. Third one is Google Cloud. These are three popular platforms. What is the use of that? Suppose you have developed a website where you can store. If you simply store in your computer, that is a limited use. A world cannot access it. If you want to make it access to the entire world and all that, you have to purchase a slot in one of these platforms. There, in that warehouse, already told you, a data center is like a data warehouse. In that, you hire a slot and you store your website, and it is interconnected through entire world and all that. Whoever wants to visit your website, then send a request, and in turn, whatever response they want, they can get it. In that way, you have to understand what not only website, you develop LMS, learning management system. That also you have to hire some space in one of these platforms. Some more are these are popular three platforms. You can you can hire a slot there, and you can store that. By that, whatever services you are offering to the world, you can offer freely. You need not purchase any special equipment and all that. Just hire space. That is the great advantage of cloud computing. In order to enable you to have better understanding, here I am showing you two photographs of data centers. Then watch that, you can have a clarity about that.